Good morning. This work is based on Mercado Libre virtual store, specifically in beauty and apparel categories. The following table shows the last monthly report by categories. The first part of this project is based on the report of basic probability, where, as it was said before, we will talk about two categories, apparel A and beauty B, where probabilities for buying each category will be evidenced. Making an observation in general about the kind of article, it's evident that none of the two categories that we choose, that were beauty and apparel, their probabilities are greater than in base of the other ones. The kind of article where the probability is bigger is healthcare with a 20%, but our two categories, beauty had a 19% and apparel was 15%, being below the healthcare. What is the probability that a client will buy category A? Probability of a client buying our category A, that is apparel, is about 15%. What is the probability that a client will purchase category B? The probability is about 19% that a client will make a purchase on category B. Are category A and B mutually exclusive? Our categories A and B are mutually exclusive. Since one person decides to buy a belt which is in the beauty section but also is part of the apparel section, then a probability of the intersection it will be 0.014. Being more specific, it will be about 1%. What is the probability that a client will make a purchase in category A or category B? Probability that a client will buy apparel is about 15% and that a client will buy beauty is about 19%. Adding these probabilities, we can tell that the probability that a client will buy beauty or clothes is about 34%. What is the probability that two different clients will buy category A? The probability that two different clients will buy category A is about 2%. What is the probability that two different clients will buy category B? The probability that two different clients will buy category B is about 4%. The second part shows the reports about joint and conditional probabilities. First, a database was built based on 10 persons which were classified by gender, age, and youth. The respective frequencies were built based on each variable. By gender and youth, by age range and gender, and by youth and age range. These four frequencies were taken into account and the cross tabulations were made. Cross tabulation was converted in a probability table from which the following questions were made and the respective results. What is the probability that the client is a woman? The probability that a client is a woman is about 0.5%. What is the probability that the client will be in between 28 and 36 years? The probability is about 30%. What is the probability that the client will buy beauty category? This probability is about 50%. 3 conditional probabilities were calculated, which we believe that are important for the growing of our store, and that reflects which of the two categories people interact the most, which population, according with their age range, buy and use our store, and also show us the results that what gender is more willing to buy according to their categories. What is the probability that it will be a man given that he has bought in the beauty section? This probability is about 40%. What is the probability that it will be between 44 and 52 years old given that it's a woman? This probability is about 33%. What is the probability that he use or buy in the apparel section given that he has between 28 and 36 years old? The probability is about 40%. Lastly, we will talk about the probability distributions. What is the probability that from a group of 10 buyers, the half will buy category A? The probability that from a group of 10 buyers, 5 of them will buy articles from category A is about 0.008. It is 1%. What is the probability that from a group of 10 buyers, at least the half will buy articles in category A? The probability that from a group of 10 buyers, at least the half would buy articles in category A is about 0.017, specifically 2%. What is the probability that from a group of 10 buyers, more than 8 people will buy articles in category A? The probability that from a group of 10 buyers, more than 8 will buy an article from category A is about 98%. What is the the probability that a purchase made in category B will be less than 50,000? The probability that a purchase made in category B will be less than 50,000 is about 3%. What is the probability that a purchase made in category B will be of a value less than 100,000? The probability that a purchase made in category B will be less than 100,000 is about 43%. What is the probability that a purchase made in category B will be between 80,000 and 140,000? The probability that a purchase made in this category will have a value between 80,000 and 140,000 is about 69%. What is the probability that a purchase made in category B will have a value less than 30,000? This probability of a purchase made in category A will have a value less than 30,000 is about 16%. What is the probability that a purchase made in category A has a value greater than 95,000? The probability that a purchase made in category A has a value greater than 95,000 is about 6%. What is the probability that a purchase in category A has a value greater than 20,000? The probability that a purchase made in category A has a value greater than 20,000 is 91%. What is the probability that a purchase made in category A has a value between 40,000 and 17,000? The probability that a purchase in category A will have a value between 40,000 and 70,000 is 0.43. It is 43%. For concluding, we can say that beauty category has a bigger probability of being bad between the two categories we choose. Also, we can say that these two categories are the categories that sell the most between all of them.